All right, let's check out this first example. You would look at it and you go, yay, this is continuous up here, and this one's continuous. That means the whole thing is continuous. But is it continuous at 3? Absolutely. As long as 3 doesn't make this one equal to 0, which we'll find out. So if we think it's continuous, we're just going to plug it in, right? We're going to substitute. So we're going to plug in the 3. So we would say 3 squared minus 4 times 3 plus 3. I just plug those into these x's right here, and then I'm going to also plug them into the x's on the bottom. So I have 3 to the second power plus 3 minus 12. Let's see what we got. On the top, that equals a 9, and that equals 12. So I have 9 minus 12 plus a 3, which would equal 0. And on the bottom, we have a 9 right here. We go 9 plus 3, which is 12. Then we subtract 12, we get 0. Indeterminate form. You cannot determine the answer because we got 0 over 0. So, what you gonna do? Well, now's the time we get to bust out our algebra skills. You guys were once in varsity algebra. Now you're in calculus. We're gonna use your algebra skills to manipulate this. Let's do some manipulation. So, in order to manipulate this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor the top and I'm going to factor the bottom. So let me write this dude out as x approaches 3. On the top, I factor that food. And you guys remember how to factor? You find two numbers that multiply to give me 3, but add to give me negative 4.
3 negative.
What are they?
Negative 3, negative 1.
X minus 3 and x minus 1. Negative 3 and negative 1 will add up to give you negative 4. Now we do the bottom. We have two numbers that multiply to give me negative 12, but then add to give me 1. That's what's in front of the x. You can't see him because he's a ninja. What are they?
4, 3.
Positive 4? Positive 4 and negative 3. And now you see it. You see the glorious battle. You see him die. Slow death or fast death? Fast death? Okay, they died. Now we have x minus 1 and x plus 4, and we're finding the limit as x approaches 3. So let's do our plugging in thing again, shall we? We plug in 3 to the top right here. We plug in 3 to the bottom. What do we get on top? Dose, and what do we get on bottom?
1/3.
Wait, what?
What?
A 7. 3 plus 4. 1/3. Said the kid in calculus. 2 over 7. So I'm not mocking you. I'm really not. Okay. Let's analyze this numerically, shall we? The first thing I need to do is I need to press y equals so I get in my function window. Inside my function window, I type in the function that we're taking the limit of. You guys all looking at it? Let's look at this graphically. I press the graph button. And then look at that. That's what it looks like graphically. Now we're approaching, what number was it? 3?
Yep.
So here's 3 right here. It looks like 2 over 7 would be correct. But how can you really determine that? I suppose you can trace the line. But I don't like doing that much. I like going to my table. Now, your table is second graph, and you go to your table. Now, my table has no numbers in it. And the reason why my table has no numbers in it is because I told my calculator that he has to ask me for the numbers. So how do you do that? There's a button up here that says table set. So hit second and then table set. And here is where you tell it. The independent variable is your x. So I told it, you must ask. Do not auto-do it. Ask. So after you tell it to ask, go back to your table. And now it has no numbers because it's waiting for you to tell it. What x values do you want in it? So we're approaching 3, right? So give me a number that is close to 3. 2.9. So I'm going to say 2.9, and then I say enter, and it tells me the y value. Give me a number that's even closer to 3. Following the pattern, yes, 2.99. I press enter, and boom. It gives me another number. Okay, now give me a number that's even closer. 3 9s?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it one more time with 4 9s.
999.
What are we doing? We are analyzing the limits numerically. I wonder if we can do 5 nines. Let's try it. I think we could only do 4, but let's see. 5 nines right there?
It just went up to 3.
Yeah, I
Automatically went up to 3. Okay, and that's because your calculator will round it. However, if we actually chose 3 and plugged it in, what is it?
33.
Dang it! Sorry.
Get it together, miss.
I pressed the 3, but it just wasn't listening to me. Obey me, calculator. What did you get?
Error.
Error. Remember how we got 0 over 0? It's because there's a hole in the graph right there. It does not exist.
3.
But it says through it. That's a different 3, remember? It's 2.99999. So, you guys see these numbers? What does it look like it's approaching? 0.2857, right? And guess what? Let's quit this and go to our normal screen. What is 2 divided by 7?
Wait.
2.85.
You guys see it?
What?
Come on, I want some woes. Yeah, isn't that great, guys? Oh, it's so amazing. We just analyzed this numerically and got the same answer as we did when we did it by manipulating it using algebra. See? This is our work right here, and we got the same answer. Boom, shiggity bop bop, doo bop. You guys got that? Yeah, you liked it.